Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Ones Tarot. My name is Carmen. Today we've got a reading for you about a relationship. It doesn't have to be romantic, but a relationship that has had its struggles and you've had to communicate this isn't working, or I need you to work on that, or this upset me. And we have the Better Now card indicating that things are improving or that you are healing from what has happened between you and this person. But we still have the frowny face. We still have room for improvement, accepting less than you deserve, settling. So it's about whether or not you can move forward and stay connected to this person, even if you are healing from what has happened in the past. Is it going to be different in the future? In other words, hello there, Jess. Hello, Holy Yoga. What's up, Key Controller? Hello, Shanice. Hello, Danny. Thank you. So are you. Hello, Peggy. Let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. Oh, Orla. Okay. So I'm going to start with the Path of Shadows. Hello, en France. How are we doing? If you're interested, I've got my email address in the description box below for personal readings. I think this Path of Shadows will help us understand more about the wounds that needed to be healed. Mystic Swamp. Deep, dark waters, your reflection you can't see. You won't find yourself if you don't go deep. So perhaps initially or for a while, we had a resistance to think about this or talk about this. I know we need to have a conversation. I don't like how you spoke to me, or I don't like how you treated me, or that thing that happened, like a year ago, it's still bothering me. This is saying you have to be able to get to the root, right? If you're weeding, you have to get the whole thing, right? Hello there, dude. Eighth arrival. We've also got, oh, goody. The Starry Observatory. You guys, there's just certain words I have to say a certain way, okay? Just go with it. A little piece in a cosmic puzzle. The universe only reveals its secret if you dare to dance in the starry dazzle. Which to me is another reference to healing. You experience some of the greatest peaks or high points in your life if you're also willing to travel to those depths within, or willing to experience things like ego death, right? So this is, am I willing to have this conversation? Am I willing to address this thing that has been a bit of an elephant in the room? All right, this is the Gilded Reverie. And then I promise we'll get a tarot deck out, okay? Hello there, Kiki. How are you doing? Hello, Lion. Well, it's Sunday, gotta get some stuff done. All right, so we've got the snake, number 7, and the cuckoo clock, a reference to time, of course, which is number 37. I think this is something that's happened a while ago, at least a year ago. The number 7 could be important, but this is saying in some situations, time heals all wounds, or in others, a lot of time has passed and we haven't really talked it through or figured out how to move forward. So maybe it's time to think about it. Maybe it's time to find a resolution. Now I'm hearing, so you say you want a revolution. It's probably just because it rhymes. So now we have number 17, another 7, and number 40, the storks with the mask. So this is like, sorry, my nose is bothering me, or my nose ring. This is good news that is masked as not so great news. Interesting. Or that when people talk about it, it's like they're judging it. So this could be, for example, you reach out to a parent or a sibling that you haven't talked to for a while, and you talk to them about something that has been bothering you for a couple of years or maybe even longer, because you no longer just want to like ignore it or pretend everything's fine. And there's a friend or someone else in your family that's just kind of like, why don't you leave this well enough alone? Why are you making things worse? But I would stand by the opinion that this is a good thing. You do need to have this conversation. It kind of makes me think of how our society looks at people who go to therapy as, oh, well, what happened to you? You know, like they get a little judgy about it, when I would consider, prioritizing your mental health to be a sign of strength. I believe in Mexico, the perception's different with regards to that, which I think is awesome. So it might not be, every society out there, but this is something that other people are kind of like, but why would you want to do that? 9 of Pentacles, 3 of Wands in the reverse, and the Knight of Swords. So going off on your own, starting your own life, having some independence, or listening to your intuition more closely with the 9 of Pentacles, there is an unexpected truth. So maybe I blocked this out for as long as I could, and now I'm realizing that what would really help my mood is if I finally tell my uncle that they irritated me when they insulted my job, or I really need to clear the air with my brother because, I said something I shouldn't have. We just need to have this chat. We can't really ignore it anymore. But there is somebody here who's probably going to get a little bit defensive, or somebody who seems resistant to an apology. So this is not easy, right? This could be why there's somebody that kind of feels like this is maybe a waste of your time, or it's not going to go well. You could probably have this chat and just walk out and be even angrier at this person, or even more frustrated because you haven't been able to resolve this. So I think someone's determination, despite being told that this would probably be an uphill battle. Well, but this is, someone who's important to me, so I feel like I really need to do something. What else do we have? This is the Morgan Greer, by the way. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, 9 of Cups in the reverse, Devil in the reverse. I've been able to achieve a lot, or I've been able to, tune this out for a long time. I've been able to make do, right? I don't have a chip on my shoulder, or, I haven't used this as an excuse to not do well. I've still been able to pursue the life that I want. But now it seems like without addressing this problem with you, I can't really get to this 9 of Cups. I need to get to my wish fulfillment, or I want to feel, things are peaceful, and they aren't until I have this conversation with you, even if it's something that could result in you deciding you don't want to talk to me anymore, or, a breakup, whatever it might be. Death in the reverse. 6 of Pentacles in the reverse. Hierophant. Whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And I think this is also an awareness that even if I tell you what I think you need to apologize for, even if I confront you or I ask you, why did you say this? Why did you do this? Or just straight up say, it's bothered me since you said XYZ, and I would really appreciate just getting a quick apology from you. This is saying, I know that you don't view this as something that should be used to justify cutting someone off or ending a connection, but unless we can work on this situation, this problem, talk through this grievance, then I don't know how we can continue to act like everything's fine. I don't know how I can continue to defend our relationship or our connection, or why I stay in contact with you. So tell me, why did you spend my inheritance? Why did you tell my fiance to leave me? There's just this, like, we have to talk about this because it impacted me. All right, this is the Fairy Lenormand. Jess, I can't even imagine. Does that require like a passport? And we've got number 22, which is about paths, choices. This is feeling more and more like a domestic issue. So you might have been living with this person, or you might be related to this person. I know you would rather just pretend nothing happened, or you would rather never talk about this, but that's not going to be how this goes. We're going to have to talk about this eventually. This is the Meta Muse. What else do we have? 5 of Wands and the Devil. 8 of Cups. Because you started a problem, or you said something that hasn't sat well with me. And I keep thinking about it, even though it was a while ago. So we need to talk about this. We need to figure this out, right? Hello, Jungle Love. How are you doing? Ace of Pentacles. 9 of Wands again. Star in the reverse. So if you want to repair this connection, if you want to go back to the way it was, or, feel like we can trust each other, then we got to talk about what happened. We got to talk about what you said. We got to talk about how I reacted, or what's different now. Star in the reverse. If you're not interested in dealing with this, if you just want to keep ignoring it, then I don't know if I really want to, be in your life. Temperance. King of Pentacles in the reverse. Princess or Page of Wands in the reverse. This is somebody who disrupted your peace, or continues to. You like a example would be, you work for hours to clean up the place wherever you live. They get home and within 10 minutes it's dirty or trashed again. They don't want to put their trash in the actual garbage. They don't want to turn the lights off after they leave a room. They spill something, they don't clean it up. This is a little bit of a hurricane in a person. So they cause some drama or they cause some damage. Fool in the reverse, Magician. And the Prince or the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. So I see somebody basically saying, since you haven't brought it up, since you haven't wanted to reach out or set aside a time for us to address this, I'm going to do it. I'm going to initiate the conversation. I'm going to offer you an opportunity for us to talk about this because I want to see this improve because you haven't taken the chance. It's like silver platter opportunity for forgiveness. Here you go. What are you going to do with it? Oops. The Hermit was flipped over on the top of the deck. So this is like, I understand now how to deal with this. You didn't want to bring it up, but why can't I just, be the one to do that? I don't have to wait for you to start talking. Hello, Elise. How are you doing? Hello, Lion. Wheel of Fortune. Queen of Swords. Four of Wands. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. This is what I'm talking about. This Queen of Swords with the Wheel of Fortune. We have an opportunity to correct this. We have a chance to talk through the issues. We can air out our grievances. Maybe each party has something that they are looking for an apology on. But otherwise, we don't have this luxury of becoming closer or dating or remaining close if this Queen of Pentacles in the reverse remains, if this issue doesn't get sorted out. Four of Pentacles and the Hanged Man in the reverse. Yeah. You thought you could just kind of avoid this conversation by pretending nothing happened, but I'm done waiting to see if you're going to bring it up. I'm just going to ask you straight up. Hello, Bobby. How are you doing? Let's see what happens if I just ask you. Can we finally talk about what happened? Three of Wands, taking action, initiative, working towards change. Six of Swords, trying to improve the situation because it impacts someone's wish fulfillment. I know this is a block. It, impacts my mood, or it makes me feel like I'm distracted, or it makes me feel like I can't connect with somebody. So let's just talk it through. Let's figure it out. I don't want to have this frustration. I don't want to feel weird around you. I don't want to assume the worst. So tell me what you were thinking, or tell me how you feel about things now. Ace of Swords, Five of Pentacles. So give me the truth, or I'm going to cut you off. I don't think we have somebody that's literally going to say that, but that might be the terms, right? I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to ask you what's going on or how you feel about a situation. And based on whether or not you're ready to talk to me with a genuine interest in resolving things, then maybe it's just time for me not to talk to you anymore. Maybe it's time for me to take some space. Maybe it's time for me to heal on my own, since you're not interested in joining me on that journey. So it's a little bit like kind of at the end of my rope. And things are going to improve one way or t'other. You can join me or not, but I'm still going. This is the Ghost Tarot. Lovers in the reverse. Here. The Wheel in the reverse. So you kept trying to sidestep this. You kept trying to avoid this. Maybe you kept trying to avoid spending time with just me so that you would more easily be able to avoid this conversation. But now I'm going to stand like right in between you and the door, and I'm going to say, so do you want to talk about that sometime? Let's figure this out. World in the reverse. Two of Swords in the reverse. Because it feels like you've just intentionally left this alone. You don't want to face what happened or tell me why this happened. And I'm going to just put it to you like this. I need to know. I'm not going to ignore it anymore. Two of Pentacles in the reverse. Very decisive energy. If somebody says, oh, now's not the time. Oh, I don't have, the energy for that. Or, oh, I have an appointment. I can't do that right now. This, what are we calling you? Queen of Swords is like, make the time. Show me that it's important to you. Because you've been avoiding this for a long time. You either talk like it or you don't. I'm not on mountain time. Well, unless you mean like late to everything. Is that what you're saying? Because I can do that. Hello, James. Yeah, it was just 1:11 here. In the future. What else do we have? The Five of Pentacles again. Look, if you don't want to tell me what happened, or if you don't want to talk to me about what happened, then I'm going to just take that as a tacit agreement that you think we should just, not connect, talk to each other, be in each other's lives anymore. Empress and the Hierophant. This is standing up for what you believe is right. Asking someone to defend their beliefs or their stance on something. Sorry, I hate my nose ring some days. Don't think I'm picking my nose, you guys. I have plenty of other times for that. Six of Cups in the reverse, though, huh? Why did you treat me that way when I thought I could trust you? Why did you talk about me behind my back? Why did you leave me alone when you were supposed to be there? Why did you not pick me up when you were supposed to? This is, let's actually resolve this. But there's a little bit of like pressing energy. I'm not going to let you walk away from this. I'm not going to let you, wiggle your way out of a conversation. Maybe they've tried already a few times to talk about this. Two of Wands in the reverse, Four of Wands in the reverse, and the High Priestess in the reverse. Someone made an unfortunate decision. Somebody did something they shouldn't have. Somebody said something they shouldn't have. And whoever I'm reading for, you've waited a while to understand why this happened, why somebody lied to you, why somebody acted the way they did. And I think you've just gotten to the point now where you're impatient, you know, explain, or I'm just going to assume that the reason you did what you did is a not so great reason. Nine of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles. For many of you, I think your intuition is guiding you to a conclusion or guiding you in terms of what you think happened, but you still have answers that need to be clarified. You might have assumptions. You may feel like certain details have kind of confirmed what you were thinking. This is the Energy Oracle. Hello, Archetype. How are you doing? That does happen. Hello, Emotional Intelligence. How are you doing? We've got the first chakra, Archangel Michael. And of course, that's the crown chakra, which is connected to self-knowledge. And appreciation. So I know that I was accepting less than I deserved, or I know you treated me with less respect than I deserved. I want to talk to you about why. I want to see if I can rebuild that trust with you, if I can understand what happened. But if you continue to avoid this conversation, or if you don't want to take any acceptability for your role in what happened, then I don't think that I'm going to feel comfortable connecting with you, or that I'm going to pursue a relationship with you, or that I want to know you. This is kind of giving like line in the sand, right? We resolve this or we don't do anything. Hello, Sky High. Yeah, and that's not a very good motivation, is it? This is the Situations deck. You deserve better than that. What else do we have? Financial support, child, alimony, government. Negotiator, bargaining, begging, and past happened, history. So this could be about a divorce that happened when you were younger between your parents. This could be about how someone was treated as a child. But the negotiator card, it's just like, look, I've asked, or I have been patient. I have tried to do this on your terms. I'm not going to wait anymore. This thing happened. It's caused a problem. We need to talk about it. Racing in the reverse. Somebody who is avoiding. Magnetic. But I'm not going to let you avoid this conversation anymore. It's like two opposing forces, right? One person's trying to like run really far that way, and the other person has like a rope around them, like, no, you really can't go that way. I know you would rather not talk about this, but you're going to have to. Hello, Rob. And I get the sense that this is a conversation that needs to happen, but we also have to be respectful of everyone's boundaries, right? If this person does indeed need to have this conversation in a different location or at a different time, we got to do our best to be reasonable. But I think this is more so you've already been reasonable and gone out of your way to try to be accommodating, and this person's just trying to use that as an excuse. And then I might change my opinion slightly. Thank you, Johnny. What else do we have? This is the Beginner's Tarot. Page of Swords. Yeah. I think there was a pattern of behavior, how you spoke to me, how you treated me. Maybe when I was a child, you were, talking down to me or emotionally abusive. And it impacted my perception of myself. What happened impacted, my confidence. Knight of Cups in the reverse, Five of Swords in the reverse. It took me a while to recover from, the way you treated me. I had to prioritize healing. I needed to let go of a kind of sour attitude or a, willingness to think less of myself because of how you treated me. It led me to make friends with people I shouldn't have, or date people that treated me similarly, or question whether or not I was good enough to be a part of this company or apply for that job. Because this Three of Pentacles is clarifying the Magician in the reverse, things that I felt like I was not good enough for or that I couldn't achieve. You impacted my confidence. Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. And I had to rebuild that. I had to remind myself of the things that I am gifted at or the things that I am talented that you didn't really want to recognize. So this feels like you had to have some time away from this person to fully appreciate how their treatment of you was inappropriate or less than or disrespectful. And you had to reclaim that access to your intuition. I had to learn that confidence elsewhere because you were not helping. Hello, Willis. How are you doing? Emperor in the reverse. Four of Cups in the reverse. And when I started to think about why I was stuck in this Magician in the reverse, Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, I realized it was because I was talked to in a such a way or treated in such a way that impacted my confidence or my willingness to speak up for myself or to believe in myself. So this is feeling more and more like a sibling or a parent. Seven of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles in the reverse, Sun in the reverse. And when I stepped back and took a look at my life and why things are where they are, or why I feel the way I feel, why things were maybe not as successful as they could have been, I realized that it started with a generational curse, something in my family, what was taught to me, how I was spoken to, what I was raised to believe. And that led to kind of some ignorance or some resistance to enlightenment, right? And they had to basically find their own path, their own, maybe even their own belief system. So there may be some comments around, you didn't really set me up. You didn't prepare me for the real world. Page of Cups in the reverse, Knight of Pentacles. But even though you didn't, set me up to start from a place of strength, even though you talked down to me or made me feel like I wasn't going to be anything or I wasn't going to get what I wanted, I, as the Knight of Pentacles, remained dedicated. And maybe it was slow progress. Maybe it took me longer than most people, but I got there. Four of Wands. This is achievement. This is milestones. This is, I figured it out. And for many of you, you are on a different level with regards to how you see the world, how you see yourselves, how you see the universe, and it makes it difficult for you to connect or understand this person. You are not on the same wavelength. I guess that's kind of me trying to find a nice way to say you have outpaced this person. You understand yourself better than they understand themselves. They don't see things in the rich colors that you do. All right, this is the Poe Tarot. I do not read this in the reverse, just to let you know. What else do we have? The Hermit, which was flipped over on the Morgan Greer when I went to go put it away. Not one of all the crowd to pry into thine hour of secrecy. Be silent in that solitude. You may not have prepared me for the real world, or you may not have been right in terms of how you treated me when we were young together. This was like siblings, right? This is, I had to learn a lot on my own. Another way would be, no thanks to you, I figured it out. I found the right path. I know who I am, and I'm proud of who I am, but you made me doubt myself, and I overcame that. I just want to know why. The world is all that we see or seem, but a dream within a dream. I used to think you were scary. I used to think you were unapproachable. I used to think that everything that you said was law. I used to think that you knew the answers to everything. But now I understand the truth. You operate out of fear. You don't operate out of love. And that's why you treated me the way you did. That's why you wanted to make me feel small. This is giving, like, I wanted you to feel like I was bigger or more important or all-knowing, or nobody could disagree with me. But guess what? I see through it now. I know it was just a big old suit that you were wearing to try to be scary. Or you picked up the bearskin rug on the ground and pulled an I Love Lucy, trying to scare me, right? Rawr! I'm not scared of you anymore. Because I found myself, because I'm wiser than you expected me to be. Ace of Paws, which is the Ace of Pentacles. For the most wild, yet most homely narrative which I am about to pen, I neither expect nor solicit belief. This is someone who's been on quite the journey by themselves. They've gotten hurt, they've been betrayed, but they have learned from those things. So even though they were at a disadvantage in terms of how they were treated by this family member, made to feel like they couldn't hack it or they couldn't, make it work, they had within them a perseverance. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to take care of myself. And they made it through some pretty harrowing times. Two of Paws, or the Two of Pentacles. I became insane with long intervals of horrible sanity. I love that sentence so much. It's a little weird, but it's basically saying, yeah, things got rough. Things were a little difficult. Maybe I didn't see things clearly from time to time, but I picked myself back up. I figured it out. I had to do that for myself because I couldn't rely on you. All right. This is What's the News? What else do we have? Hi, vibin'. Good vibes, living to the fullest, enjoying the present. So, no thanks to you, I'm living a pretty great life because I have been able to discover what you didn't want me to see, which is that I'm actually pretty awesome. I'm pretty awesome, okay? You couldn't stop me from finding the path that I was meant to find. I have been fortunate, or I have been able to listen to my intuition and follow that path that was meant for me. You may have, in some cases, this could be somebody visiting a parent who has a little bit of a problem with you because you make more money than they do. But this person that you've dealt with has, it seems like, always been looking for things to take issue with. I'm going to know as much as I can about what's going on because I want to tell you what you're doing wrong, or because I want to make it seem like you don't know what you're doing. This is someone who likes to feel superior to you. So I do feel like they're probably older than you. If they're a sibling, they're probably older, right? We've got spilling the beans, revealing secrets, cats out of the bag, untrustworthy. I think that's basically the approach to the conversation. Look, I already know, so you might as well tell me what happened. Turnt, party animal, sex, drugs, alcohol, or surface pleasures. So this person could have been neglectful. They may have been more preoccupied with dating or partying when they were supposed to be responsible for a child. This could be somebody who was unwilling to keep you in line when you were a teenager. But nonetheless, you've been able to establish peace within your life or find a way to move forward without having to be a duplicate of the person who set this not so great example for you. All right, so this is the Zodiac fortune telling cards. Persist and you will be more successful. So they're going to tell you no, and you might have to say, okay, well, that's your last chance. You sure? You sure you don't want to talk about this? You have a very sympathetic nature. So this person feels like they can just push you off or not have to like worry about this. But you want answers or an apology. A marriage will take place soon. This could be for some of you, if you want to be invited to the wedding, you're going to have to clear the air with me. You're going to have to talk to me about what happened. You worry over small matters. Successful in big things if undertaken. I'm telling you, there's a lot of prosperity or good karma, abundance awaiting you. And I do feel like how you handle this situation is feeding into that, and probably also making this person a little intimidated or frustrated with you, right? You are continually in someone's thoughts. You'll know who that is. And the spiritual AF deck. Pretending to be a savage won't heal that hole in your heart, baby. This could be the day you stop doing that self-destructive thing you do. OMG, calm the fuck down. I can't help it. It makes me laugh every time. I don't even know if I can say it any other way. It's got to be the Valley Girl voice. Grab life by the balls and make it your bitch. Don't have to tell me twice. And quit dimming your light for people with shitty ass mindsets. I think we know who that is. So hopefully this helps. I'm sending you a big old hug because you deserve to be treated with respect and reminded just how awesome you are. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes, everyone. I love you. I will see you on the next reading. Hello, Upper Echelon. Doodles.